Hey guys, it's Christ169. Woo! Today is Friday, September 29th. More days for October hits. Hope you guys being safe out there. Hope you guys being safe. Um, yeah, hope you guys being safe out there. Being safe and stuff like that, and being good about everything, and trying to keep yourselves out of trouble. But yeah, a couple days October. I wanted to make a video real quick before I went to the gym here. Really wanted to make an understanding what's going on and what really is taking shape here. What really is taking shape out of the situation at hand? What can we learn from this? Um, what can we learn from this? What can we go from this? What is really being discussed? Stuff like that. Just trying to get an idea of what's really going on with digital media. Sorry, guys, had to do something with my phone there. Play around with that for a little bit there. Had to message somebody real quick. But yeah, today's video, live below, live update, is going to be about digital media, Stadia, 2019-2023, on live, 2009 to 2011, the date I found it went offline. A look back and beyond. Digital gaming is the description. Talking about gaming here today. Allow comments. Um, I it's all good here though with me. I have no problem with comments. People comment what they want, I guess. Then, pretty guys, this is my thing here. What we're going to talk about is this here: digital gaming and Stadia. Now, I should have said live service. I might add that in here right now because we're here anyway. Um, live service, live service, and beyond. Look back at live service and beyond. And it's something that live service right now. Like Battlefield, the live service. Call of Duty, the live service, even though it's a campaign. Um, a CS:GO, the new one come out. CS:GO 2 came out, and I put the other one to bed. The other one died. It was like 20 something years old. It's been out for a long time, 19 years what it was. It's been a long time. And CS:GO, or Counter Strike, CS:GO, Counter Strike, we're gonna call it Counter Strike, has over 1 million active users as of right now. That live service is exploding, but it can die too. This is easy as Overwatch 2. The Overwatch 2 was having close to, a million at one time. PUBG, a lot of the companies, Fortnite is pretty big, popular too. But what difference between them and Stadia? Well, Stadia was a live service itself that was conjured up by Google, the same people that have the Google graveyard. You can type it in, look up it, Stadia's there now too. Now that says, okay, cool, we can do this, we can make this, make that, and they find a way to screw it up in the end. I can turn the video off right now and say Google Stadia done. No, I'm not going to. Google Stadia came by because they wanted to go into the gaming generation. They wanted to appeal to gamers more than just search engines for, cafe latte shops and, they actually want to be something more notable than just your average search engine, your weird creeps at 3 o'clock in the morning, downloading and trying to watch porn. And no, we all been there before. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that I never watched porn. I have, and that's not the topic of the video. The topic of the video is this: Google had a good opportunity to become something more than just a laughing stock or just another Google graveyard, statistic. YouTube TV, what I'm subscribed to, has about almost six 6 or 9 million subscribers. It's doing pretty well because it's competitive. They found out what they needed to do it for TV service. But life of me, why they couldn't bring that over to the gaming realm is beyond me. They had an infrastructure, they had a person with gaming that knew how to do it. Make people buy it. And even if it became more of a third party service, homes, get it in there. And OnLive is another one too. OnLive was another one too. It gave you a free. You bought, the DSX, Cyberpunk type of game. They sent you a free OnLive kit with the little console thing plugging in with the controller. The same that Google Stadia did. About 10 years, 19, 8 years, 10 years later, and 10 years later, they did the exact same thing, and because of that, it failed. It had good games on live. On live had good games, but it did not fail to resonate with people. It was way ahead of its time. So why did Google Stadia fail? Google Stadia failed because Google itself did not believe in it. Google Stadia did not believe in it. They didn't. Anybody says, well, they did, they're full of crap. Google Stadia did not believe in what they had. All Google Stadia believed in was making as much money as possible. They did not believe in what they had. And if they had, a whole new different world out there, I believe. And we'll be saying Google Stadia will be getting, a lot of games, and maybe in partnership with Microsoft and helping them expand cloud gaming even better. But it didn't happen because it didn't have to happen because Google Stadia already has all they need. Google Stadia already has all they need, or Microsoft has all they need, and they didn't need, and they don't need, or didn't need Google's help. That's why Google Stadia fell apart. It wasn't because some master plan to destroy the company. They lost interest in it really quickly because they didn't know what the hell they had. Google was a cent. Google to me is kind of weird because Google to me is kind of strange to me because Google is a company that is owned by some richest people on the planet. That no, they're turning $1 trillion right now globally. $1 trillion with a T. A trillion, not a billion, not a million, a trillion. They are a company, and they could buy. They could have bought out Microsoft. They could have bought out Microsoft. They could have bought out Xbox if they really wanted it. They could have bought out, Activision. And the rumor was that if Activision was a third party, they probably would have made a deal with Google Stadia and went over to them, and not Activision, not Microsoft right now. This was way before Microsoft showed interest in them. Well, actually, everybody showed interest in them. Amazon Luna, Amazon, um, Stadia, some other companies showed interest in Activision to purchase them. Now, I mean, Nintendo toyed the idea, but I can't imagine Call of Duty on Nintendo. But I can imagine them, getting some of the old games, putting them on there. Of course, it would be kind of weird because the Switch is not powerful enough to run Call of Duty as we know today. So that kind of would be kind of a shot in the dark. That's kind of a shot in the dark. That's kind of a red herring. But even imagine Nintendo putting a bid in for Activision. Hell, Activision purchase of Activision is practically almost all the worth of Nintendo anyway. So they have a lot of money in Nintendo, but it would have bankrupted them. They would have pretty much gone out of business technically. Because we can do with Activision, put Mario and Call of Duty. But so that's probably more of a red herring kind of thing. But I think Google Stadia would have been hell bent to buy Activision if they actually kept the steam going in the engine. What I mean by that is if they kept everything going, kept going forward, and not stopping and not giving up on this thing and actually letting it fly and letting it go, they could have made a big splash. They could have made a big splash. They could have, and did it in a way that would have been a lot better than what they did. And they could have had, a lot of games on Stadia from Activision. Call of Duty's obviously play it first. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, play it first. Play it first in Stadia. But they had to have gotten the infrastructure under control. Because even if you're playing on the Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam, Google Stadia still has to broadcast those things out to those companies. So the servers have to work with different servers. And you can't do that with a server where you have input lag of at least a second or two. And that's why I think Google Stadia was pretty much doomed to fail because they didn't know the infrastructure what they had. Because not everybody had good, fast, blazing internet. Yes, it went really good for you at state headquarters, Google's headquarters, and if you lived in me 2 miles down the road from Google's, main headquarters hub area, yeah, you probably had the best internet connection if you had Google. If you had the Google, internet, whatever you call it, Google Fiber, yeah, you probably had a good internet connection, strong and fast. Play Stadia, but only Kansas City has that right now, and maybe places where Google is from has it. But you have to understand now, not everybody has fast, super, ultra internet where they can just push a button and bam, instantaneously they're playing games that, you know, have to download. And this is why I think Stadia really failed. They really failed in the department that they could have had something. They could have put games on the cloud. They could have made their device a little bigger, or maybe put like an SSD in there, or something in there. Yes, you have to download it as a console, but at least Stadia would have lasted longer. And this is what happens, with digital services when companies don't have no clue about gaming get into gaming. Everybody says, "Oh my God, the world's going to hell because Microsoft and Sony are getting into the gaming." And they made the world look going to hell. But now with three of them in there now, if Microsoft pulls out and leaves the game industry, it's going to collapse because there's no way. You know very well that Sony and Nintendo ain't going to give a crap about releasing good games. They're going to release whatever they want, play it or else, kind of thing. And that's where I think a lot of people who don't understand and how Luna is right now. Luna is really rolling. A lot of people have Luna and playing it, Amazon Luna, and it's really good. I even downloaded it and looked at it on my and on my Fire TV. It's compatible, and I can play it on my Fire TV if I really wanted to. And all I can do is pay, $14 a month or $17 for the Ubisoft stuff. A lot more expensive when you count in the Ubisoft stuff. You got to go on there, but they have it now. Amazon has Ubisoft stuff. Now they get EA Play on there, then it'd be even better for them. Then it'd be even better off. Then have even more games to play, your Battlefield and games like that, and they can get a deal with that with Microsoft and get some Call of Duty stuff over there. It'd be even better for them. But I don't think Microsoft's going to help a rival like grow their gaming infrastructure. Hey, boxing, yeah, just saying, yeah, I've been busy, buddy. But at the end of the day, OnLive failed because it failed to resonate with people at a different time. Go with PSP Go. Remember that one? All digital PSP portable. Great thing. I held it in my hand at a GameStop about 15 years ago. Great thing. I never bought it because you had to buy all the games download again. You had to buy them again. You couldn't, because back then, they had no digital coding back then, so you couldn't just re-download the game to your device. You can nowadays. PlayStation and Xbox, even Switch now. You can download your game, say your game you bought, you know, digitally or non-digitally, you can download it now. Especially with Microsoft. You buy a Microsoft game, say you buy it in the store, GameStop, for example, they'll allow you to download the game for free. All you have to have is keep the game in your hard drive, save your hard drive, and then you can re-download it without paying for it again. Technically, what I've been hearing you can do. And even Sony got with the idea of that too as well. some of their first party games. Now, I don't know how all of them are going to work out that way, but I don't think it's all working out because I don't think Microsoft and Sony, are going to give games away for free. No, that's not the case. But what I'm saying is, though, if you're looking into it, if you're looking into the situation at hand, live services has been here for a while now. Xbox Live, PlayStation Plus, that's a live service. A lot longer than Stadia had been around. So when Stadia came into the party, they came late to the party where half the people were already drunk and passed out. And they brought their own liquor and their own stuff and like their own kegs. Like, well, yeah, you kind of late, Stadia. Half of us are passed out in the yard, singing the Elvis. You came early to party earlier, you would have had a lot more fun with your stuff. So now they're sitting around, drinking their own alcohol. Technically, analogy, and people who are already passed out don't want anymore because they're throwing up in the damn yard or bathtub or sink or toilet or whatever. And Stadia is like, okay, we're here at the party now, and you're late. That's Stadia. They came late to the party. I know that's a bad analogy, obviously, but that's the only analogy I had. Come late to the party, and everybody's already halfway drunk and passed out. You bring in a couple kegs along. Yeah, people might want later on, but people are already much kegged out right now, and that's what Stadia was. They came with all this stuff and all this great P&V, all this P&V they came with, and they wanted to come here to no piss and vinegar P&V, and they're like, no, we don't want that now, Stadia. You go sit in the corner and tweet your thumbs. We have Game Pass and PlayStation Plus to keep us company. And that's exactly what it was. And that's why you saw Stadia, Google just lose interest in Stadia. It wasn't because Xbox and evil Sony fist in the air destroyed it. No. It was because they came late to the party. They toyed with it. They didn't know what they had. They didn't know what people wanted. 2020 was a good year. They could have really ramped it up and sold Stadia like crazy because people wanted gaming at home. Especially if you're stuck at home, such that you have a Democratic run state that locked everybody down home practically, or Republican run state locked everybody down at home, and you can't go anywhere except work if you have if you have an essential workplace to work at. Since in the central workplace, we work from home, and you got kids running around aggravating the piss out of you because they can't go out and do anything because everything's locked down. So you buy stuff online. You buy Game Pass. You buy PC cards. You buy PC. You buy Xboxes. Stadia was in a great situation then. But Stadia, usual, effed it up and goes the kind of thing, and they effed it up. They killed their own damn goose. They could have been here, even if it went dead, even if it survived to 2025, 2024, it would have survived. It would have did something. But they didn't. Even if they only had, say, 3 years after that, only if they died in 2023. Anyway, yeah, say it was weird. But you know what? I had it for a couple for a whole year or two because of lockdowns and stuff. And I played Stadia games, some games I haven't played before, and it was good service. It worked real good. My internet was really stable and it worked really well. Even if it died out because just like a pet rock kind of scenario where it just went away like a pet rock, it would have still had a better, I can't go say it wasn't too bad. Will they bring that back kind of thing? Because I missed that because it was fun. Having fun at home, raining out, so I can't do that. I'll play Stadia. Because now, they don't have a game system maybe. And maybe they don't want a game console, but they have Stadia because maybe the Chromecast and whatever they, use it for, whatever they watch, whatever. That could have been something. But Stadia said, "Oh no, we're gonna wait until everybody goes back to work and stuff to really ramp this up." I'm like, really? You didn't ramp it up when people are home? You send people a kit through the mail anyway. I'm like, you can't go to GameStop and buy a Google Stadia kit, or Walmart. Maybe Walmart. I don't know. I don't think Walmart, but you know what I mean. So you send it to them. They like it. They keep buying. They eat. Even if it lasts only, like I said, only lasts 3 years. Let's say it only lasts 3 years. No, worst case scenario. Let's say Google Stadia only lasts 3 years. No, those trades, 3 years, and died out. Let's say in this month, or it dies out in October of this year. Let's say it did. Of course, it died out in January of this year. But let's say it would last. Sorry, say it would have lasted 3 years, almost 4 years. That's an accomplishment for a new console to come in and just smash tower area, lay siege to everything. 3 years, you know, un um unmolested by anything, because you can't go buy a PlayStation because they're gone. Xboxes are were gone for a while too. Chip shortages were bad, but Google Stadia was right there. You playing games on your on your old gaming rig, or on your damn TV, or your laptop, or your tablet screen. Even if the quality wasn't great, but the infrastructure was good enough where it ran, let's say, about 99% of the time. You only had lag during peak hours. Everybody's online, everybody's playing it. Okay, so you really can't play it. If you're a night crawler, you can play at nighttime anyway. So it means you'll play when people are asleep. You find the most best experience. That would say there could have been. OnLive did not have a pandemic shutting down the planet practically in country for over a year. OnLive died because it was something brand new that couldn't get a foothold in. It tried really hard. But I remember seeing it in GameStop. I remember seeing it in Badges. I saw, I think, at Walmart a few times. Even Best Buy had a couple display things of it, and it looked really good. But you had to have infrastructure internet. Now, not everybody had bandwidth internet back then. Even 2009, I had Bell South Fast Action DSL, 3 megabyte, and then we went to the max out 6 with one upload. That was Halo 3 and Call of Duty. That was fine. Nowadays, that's considered dial-up, 5 times faster than dial-up, anything, right? So that being said, though, is there a reason to argue that Stadia is the biggest disappointment over OnLive? Yes, there is big facts to say that Stadia was just a cluster F of a mess, that Google just didn't care. They wanted to spend billions of dollars on crap for no reason whatsoever, and not care, and not care that if there is an issue, if there is an issue, it needs to be addressed. But it wasn't addressed because no one cared about it. No one cared about it enough to address it. And that's why Google Stadia died. And it's a damn joke what it is. Stadia is a joke. Anybody says otherwise are full of it, because Stadia was a joke. It was a niche company that had it. It had the service, it had the audience, and it just let it walk away and then go, oh, well, we'll just throw this in the graveyard too. And they did. And I can't blame them for it, because that's what they do. It's sad, guys. It really is sad to watch Google Stadia become some big, gigantic entity, and go down a shriveling piece of crap death, all because all because of stupidity. It was sad. It was sad and pathetic. It wasn't anything that could have not happened. Stadia had an opportunity. They just didn't care. and Google didn't care. OnLive they came out swinging, and they were just like they were gone. They didn't have a chance. They tried. More props to OnLive for trying. But I heard they kind of sold their rights to Stadia technically years later, so that kind of showed how screwed up they were. But for Beyond, and hey, Boxing, thank you for watching the video, buddy. A live stream, being part of the live stream. Um, for Beyond, Microsoft is really releasing some serious stuff. They're going to be going into the realm of live service and cloud gaming tremendously. They want to push it tremendously. Even Sony kind of pushing the cloud gaming envelope a little bit too as well. So my prediction is that in this time for these two companies, I think even Nintendo might give them the cloud gaming eventually too, only because it's untapped market for them. I know it's an untapped gold mine, and they can probably go in there and see how much gold they can get out of that, out of that cave and out of that mountain, then pull out and leave whatever they have and go back on their way of doing stuff. I think with the new Nintendo Switch being leaked and being announced, wink wink, 2K gaming might be something good. Even 1080p 120 hertz gaming would be would be a marvel for Nintendo, but it would not be anything that would be out of the ordinary. No, Nintendo always has caught up eventually. They just play it safe and because they're on their own. They beat their own drum, and that's fine. But I think the big two, we're forgetting PC. And with PC, with Valve, and how they're probably going to be expanding probably deeper into cloud gaming and deeper into situations where it's going to require more and more. And with games requiring more and more power to run, the graphic power, obviously, you're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of games, a lot of companies like Microsoft and Sony, especially, really ramping up the use of cloud gaming to probably supplement a lot of the graphical overhaul needed. What I mean by that is you're playing, let's say, a new Battlefield game, and it requires, highest graphic card available. You're playing on the Xbox or PlayStation, and they don't want to have to, water down like Xbox One version of it. They'll probably use the cloud on both systems, both consoles. Use the cloud to stream, a lot of the mega data of these games are going to require to run. So you might have a PS4, PS5 Pro at the 3060 or 3050 under the hood, but it's using cloud gaming as well as the new Xbox cylinder that was like leaked. Once again, wink, wink, leaked. That may use cloud gaming, their own version of cloud gaming to supplement the power, so it's not just being drawn on the Xbox or PlayStation itself. Um, yeah, that's what I'm thinking they're gonna do. Yeah, I read about that too. I mean, that's what they're probably gonna do is, but not tell you boxing. I'm thinking what they're gonna do is they're gonna you can download it to your game, but if you're playing online, like a lot of games are online nowadays, like Battlefield. Um, I'm not surprised that Battlefield didn't have online cloud streaming to help supplement the the power needed to run it. The 2042 is a pretty beefy game outside of if you look at it. It's a pretty beefy game because it has a lot of environment thing going on. Even making rain and wind move around the map is a feat on itself. But having a damn tornado or a haboob or a sandstorm, haboob with with a tornado in the middle of it going across the map, that takes a lot of power, a lot of power to run. And I'm thinking beyond, it's part of it, no, my beyond discussion, you're going to see a lot of that streaming. Even though you download the game, you download your hard drive, and when we SSD, and we're streaming online, you might see cloud gaming. You might see a little emblem that cloud enables streaming, where it you can supplement the a lot of the graphical requirement to the cloud, where it helps help even it out. Because not everybody has 4090s or 3090s. Not everybody has the Xbox X series is a great thing, as well as PS5, but they're not going to be able to stream to play games. No, negative four, no, natively 4K. No, it ain't gonna happen. You have to upscale it or stream it somehow to get it to go that high. And I'm thinking you're going to see games that way, even when it comes to console. This is more of a console thing than anything else. But maybe even PC too is Steam. You can probably enable that streaming where you can stream it and get the highest resolution possible. Like a Stadia, but a lot more stable. That's where I think it will come in play. Where Stadia could have done this if they actually knew what the hell they were doing or cared. But going back to my original thing, though, I think Microsoft and Sony are going to have to use the cloud more often. Even with the PS5 Pro comes out, likely with a 3060 or 3050 under the hood, the Xbox X Series comes out with a 2080 Ti or 20 or 3060 or 3050 as well too, allegedly under the hood. You're still going to have power to run these games at 4K. 3050 on PC cannot run 4K. It can run 2K and 1080p. So to run it on consoles, you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to do some serious voodoo chanting and some weird, some black magic to get that thing going, because it is going to be hard, but it's doable. Once again, PCs, gaming consoles are just a box you plug in and play. PC is the one you already have to configure. But these two consoles will become more and more like PCs anyway. Configuration is going to be key. So you'll see an upgraded PS5 Pro and an Xbox X Series 2.0 that'll be a lot more powerful, probably 10, 20, 30% more powerful than the original PS5 and original X Series. I'm predicting that today that be 10 to 30% more powerful than the previous iterations, just like the Xbox S series was 20% more powerful, 40% more powerful than the original Xbox, 20% than the Xbox X series, the One X, like I have. One X, it's 40% more powerful than the base Xbox model X1. You will see the Xbox X series 2.0 and the Xbox and PS5 Pro be probably 10 to 30% more powerful than their predecessors were, or their current, brethren, only because it'd be easier for them to do that. Not because it's cheaper, because it'd be easier. And then they can harness the power. But they might have to use the streaming on the older two systems. And the S is pretty much going to be, end of life care, pushed out and pastored and just shot practically, because it's no longer relevant. It was only relevant. Now, if anything over with, they're not really relevant anymore to have that around. And you're going to see Microsoft kill that off. Not PS5. PS5 digital is same power as PS5. It just has no disk drive. So that'll probably stay around a lot longer, because Sony doesn't give people unlike Microsoft when it comes to digital. They give you the same power, just no disk drive and no Blu-ray support. Blu-ray, digital, but not Blu-ray, no physical. But that's my prediction, guys. That's my predictions. That's my thoughts. Once again, guys, comment down below what you guys think is going to happen after the PS5 Pro, Xbox X Series 2.0 gets launched. It doesn't launch this year. And what's your thoughts on Nintendo Switch? Once again, I like to hear you guys. I like to read you guys' thoughts. You take care, too, boxing. You guys take care out there. Be blessed. God bless all of you guys. Thank you for my 93 subscribers. I love all of you. I'm on my goal. I'm on my way to hit 100 subscribers for the end of the year, and looking like it's going to happen. And I appreciate you guys doing this. So like, subscribe, notification, ring that bell. But also share the video, because I don't make money off this. It's not anything I make money off of. I do it because it's something to do outside of my busy schedule. I take a couple a couple minutes of my time and to give it to you guys and my thoughts and understandings, and you guys give me guys feedback. Appreciate it. Once again, peace, love. See you guys later. Peace out.